Oh hey, what is up, Skyblock players? So, I know a new update just came out, but I really wanted to do a video real quick on this insane dungeons item. It's supposed to be for mages just because it uses magic damage, but to be able to use it for every class is so important and good, because this thing is literally amazing for Archer, Berserker, and even Healer, really. I mean, this thing is, you could play any class, including, tank as well. I totally forgot about that one, and mage. And you'll see what I'm talking about when we get into the video, because this thing could carry you through floor 1, most of floor 2. Floor 3 things get a little bit sketchy, but the damage and the passive that, goes with the damage is just so good that you need it. Let's get right into it. It's no problem. Alright, and the item that we're going to be looking at today is the Voodoo Doll. And for the first run here, we're just going to go in full fierce unstable armor, because there's absolutely no intelligence bonus. It's just the raw damage paired with the slow effect, because the Voodoo Doll slows and does damage over 10 seconds, which is, it's huge in dungeons, because there's so many fast mobs out there. Like, look at this pesky lost adventurer trying to ask me for directions to get out of the catacombs. Blah. Voodoo Doll, I say. There's no reason not to just, give him directions and arrows at the same time. It's so simple and so easy. You'll never be bothered by these guys again, except for their bow. Their bow does kind of hurt, but them asking for directions with their sword will pretty much not even be a question, because you can take them out of the catacombs as fragments in your pocket and in your bank account. I mean, just look at these damage numbers. Against normal undead, it's like almost 17,000 damage. And I mean, even against the tank zombies, it's like, half their health. Dreadlords, it's incredible. The damage is outstanding. You can kill groups as well, as seen here. I mean, look at that. 3 or 4 enemies dead with just one use. Pretty good deal for 200 mana. So yeah, as you can see from all these clips here, I mean, groups, solo enemies, lost adventurers, like, it doesn't matter what they're doing. Asking you for directions or trying to guard their, their ancient ancestral crypt. You will take them out pretty much within 10 seconds, because there's no way that something, except for maybe Lost Adventurers, they're a little bit tankier, but here's the really cool part, is that on big enemies like Lost Adventurers, Bonzo, Angry Archaeologists, the effect actually can stack up to 3 times for, you can have the damage dealing 3 times every second for usually around 2 seconds, because basically Mage gives you cooldown, cooldown reduction, so your cooldown on the doll is usually 5 seconds, so you can get it stacking twice for double damage for 5 seconds, then the remaining damage will, be the 5 seconds of the single tick damage. But it's really effective on things that have a lot more health, and, with the mage cooldown here and the full necrotic armor, you can just spam this thing, and the damage is crazy. But yeah, it's really insane. Alright, and one of the really main amazing reasons to use this is because in the Watcher room here, it spawns a bunch of enemies, and they group up. And I mean, when they group up, it's just a field day with this thing. You can hit every single one of them for it, and anything that gets hit by just one arrow takes the continuous, damage, which in this case is like 1,000 damage per second for 10 seconds. It's like 10,000 damage. That's pretty much all their health. I mean, use this, and I mean, if you were a Berserker, you could use this on them and slow them, so that way, they can't hit you as much. They group up, so it's really easy to hit them with. If you're a tank, you could use your Shockwave. And I mean, it's just incredible. Archer, your explosive shot. The capacity for good plays here and outstanding damage is just crazy. It's insane. I would always use this weapon. In fact, that's the reason that I bought this weapon, is because I needed some help with dungeons. And I figured, hey, this is a good magic weapon, and it is. And I mean, it's even better with full necrotic armor. You'll see that in a second as well, when we get to that part. But not before we kill Bonzo. Alright, now see, this is where things get wacky, because Bonzo, he actually does do a lot of running around in the beginning and later on, and this thing it slows him so much down. You can basically just outrun him with normal speed, and it's crazy. That plus the damage on him is still wicked insane. Like, I can just sit there and drain his health and walk away from him. And I mean, his first phase, undead, are troublesome, but like Voodoo Doll, you just one tap him with a Voodoo Doll, and they will not survive. He will not survive. That's the thing, is the damage and the speed debuff is just so crazy that, like, this boss is literally a walk in the park. You could walk in there with hardened diamond, cactus armor even, and you could just use the Voodoo Doll, and as long as you play it careful, and you have maybe a speed potion or an AOT or something to get away, you could wipe the floor with Bonzo. His whole army of undead, and the whole floor won. It's no problem at all. It's insanely easy, as seen here. My teammates, I mean, they helped a pretty good amount. They were really good, but Still, the Voodoo Doll is completely overpowered. Ticks of 10,000 damage on a 250,000 boss. You gotta hit him almost 3 times with this weapon, and he dies. What? No, it's really good though. I would 100% recommend it for floor 1. Alright, so get this. I'm doing another floor 1 run. And, you know, I get asked directions a few times by the Lost Adventurers, but we took care of that right quick, you know, from the last thing we could see easily. But then I go ahead, and I walk into this room, and this guy's telling me, you can't be here, this is an archaeological dig site. We have a permit to be here, and I mean, you're just breaking everything and killing all the, you know, the corpses that are walking around. And I tell him, hey, I need some diamond essence real quick. I'm trying to get myself some perfect tier 6, tier 8 armor as a dungeon set. And he's like, well, I mean, I have a little bit. And then I killed him. I murked him. You know why? Voodoo Doll. It's so easy. The slow, he can't keep up with me. You just hear him screaming in the background about, you know, the importance of learning from our mistakes and and it doesn't matter to me. I just want the loot. That's what I'm here for. And that's what you're going to be here for, too, after watching this. Look at this. It's insane. It's free essence. It's free blessings. Free super boom. By the way, most profitable thing in the game, sell all the super boom right after you get it. It's super good deal. It's free money from dungeons. And again, we have to teach these nerds about proper manners and loot distribution. By that I mean, I'm taking everything. Nothing will be yours. I want your family's money. I want your insurance money. I want everything you have, including whatever's in this chest. Before what? Oh, my teammates saved him. He's so lucky. He's so lucky he gets to keep his stupid diamond essence and whatever else he's wearing. You got lucky. You lucked out because my teammates want me to kill the clown. You want to hear a funny joke? Me neither. That's why we're gonna end this really fast. But yeah. I mean, no, you can see here, like, my teammates were really eager to kill Bonzo, and they needed help super badly. So, you know, I just went ahead and I used my executive authority as man with a voodoo doll because, you know, I don't play with dolls, but, shut up. Yeah, so basically we go ahead and we kill Bonzo, too, because he doesn't stand a chance. Never did, like I said before. And it's just insane. This is such a good weapon. I cannot recommend it enough. The cost is like 800,000, almost $1 million. You might be able to get away, you know, cheaper if you make it. And the only other real requirement to that is that you do have to have Revenant Slayer, I think tier 4, but I mean, it's not that big a deal when you're handling real power. I mean, look, if I had the chance to get to Revenant tier 4 in the first day, which you probably could if you just, you know, spend a little bit grinding it out, and especially with, you know, the new update, the mystical creatures and all that, you can pick up the Griffin Pet, which Griffin Pet alone, you get it to uncommon, and there's like a 0% chance that you will not be able to do tier 2, maybe even tier 3 Revenant within like 2 or 3 days. It's that good. But the Voodoo Doll is this good. I want you to get the Voodoo Doll, I think. But yeah, that's pretty much all there is to show, because I mean, at this point I think you've seen that this thing, it's a slaying weapon. It destroys. It's in the Slayer's Quest. I can't help but draw this parallel here. But yeah, it's gonna be the end of the video. So, you know, if you did find this useful, and maybe you go pick yourself up a Voodoo Doll. I don't know, maybe consider coming back and, I don't know, liking and subscribing. Maybe, if you do like Skyblock content, there is more to come, especially with all this new updates and everything. It's going to be really epic. So, yeah, you know, stay cool. Have a good time, and see you guys later.